Tonight's highlights are for the Champions League and in Group A in particular, as we are off to Paris for Paris Saint-Germain versus Manchester United. It's all on the line tonight for Paris Saint-Germain to not only get through to the group stages, but maybe to finally get one over on Manchester United after 3 consecutive seasons of coming up short. Well, looking at the Group A situation, you would initially believe that Gregg Popovich, the pressure is off tonight and he has nothing to lose. But this season has a bit of a different feel to it, because Gregg Popovich has of course been undefeated for the whole duration of the season so far. So there is something under threat, and that is that undefeated record. It's becoming a bit of a record-breaking season for Manchester United. The result against the Paris Saint-Germain takes them through to second though. So they've got to watch out for that. So let's start with the teams. Keylor Navas starts with Kimpembe, Marquinhos, Verratti in the defence. And of course we're not going to read it because the Champions League does it a bit differently. Florenzi and Bernard, the rest of the defence. Verratti and Pereira behind Neymar, Kimpembe, Icardi and Di Maria. The same 4 that started in the first matchup between these two, in which Paris Saint-Germain, truth be said, were absolutely thumped by 4-0. It's been a bit of a bogey team for Paris Saint-Germain in the last couple of years, but they need a result tonight to progress to the last 16. They need a result. Popovich isn't playing to win, as you can see, and here is the squad. Sergio Romero was starting goal tonight, and the defence is a kind of somewhat powerful back 4. Rojo, Jones, Bissaka and Shaw, no slouches. Fred and McTominay will play behind Martial, Mata and Lingard, with Gallo playing the top striker role by himself. So that team does not say to me that Manchester United are taking the foot off the gas tonight. A lot of Popovich's wins in this incredible run have been with his second unit, as it were. But we'll have to wait and see. Manchester United will take any result they can have tonight, if they can have one. And if they don't have one, it's not the end of the world, but it will be the end of their record. We don't want to jinx it, but, well, the odds are stacked against Paris Saint-Germain in a way, aren't they? Lost in the quarterfinals 2 seasons ago, lost in the final last season, and were convincingly beaten in the first game between these two in the group stages. So it's not really looking great for Mauricio Pochettino's side, coming up against a side that is just not had the measure of them. And this is like we said, this is a crucial match for Paris Saint-Germain. They need to get a result tonight. They need to win, and if they do draw, they need to hope Basakir get beaten by RB Leipzig. And here's Neymar. Romero saves it, and Neymar again, and Neymar takes the lead for Paris Saint-Germain. That's exactly what they would have wanted. Oh, it's so unfortunate. Once again, it was one of those goals that is hugely unlucky on Sergio Romero. He made himself big in the first place, but that is the talent of Neymar to be in the right place at the right time to grab the rebound. I think it may have taken a little nick off Rojo. Yeah, I think Rojo probably put it into his path a little bit. You can't really blame Rojo for that either. But Neymar doing a pouncing job in the box, a poacher's job rather. And, well, 3 goals in the Champions League. Paris Saint-Germain have not been at the races against Manchester United so far since that day 2 seasons ago. But finally now, Paris Saint-Germain have the lead. But of course, they were in this situation 2 seasons ago, and they ultimately lost overall as well. Oh, Lingard, that's a poor pass. And before by McTominay, gathered by Martial. Kimpembe, he's gone past him. Martial, what up? Kimpembe, not covering himself in glory whatsoever. And Anthony Martial preserves the record. Paris Saint-Germain just cannot get anything against United. Kimpembe should have done better here. And then Martial had all the space. And Kimpembe just didn't stop him. Wonderful move there by Martial. Really feigned up the keeper really well. Navas is unlucky. He's inches from it, to be fair. The record is intact for Coach Popovich. And Anthony Martial has preserved it for now. We're back all square. And that's his first goal of the competition. Paris Saint-Germain 1. Manchester United 1. It just keeps happening to Paris Saint-Germain. They need to win tonight to guarantee second. A draw will not guarantee them it if Basakir get a result against RB Leipzig. Back to McTominay. Back to Fred. Marta didn't decide not to chase it. Fred goes in and out. Then runs into, I think it's Marquinhos. Di Maria sent away Mpembe here. It's Mpembe! Oh, he's wide! He would have bet your house on him scoring. Mpembe has just not looked at it when he's come against Manchester United. It was Thiago Silva that scored the opening goal in that final, of course. Mpembe and Neymar, well, Mpembe more so than Neymar was nowhere to be seen. He should not be in this having to win position. Lingard. Oh, and a slip up there, and Igalo forces a save at the keeper. Keylor Navas with a great save. And what was the defender doing? Navas made himself really big there. Manchester United utterly dominated this group so far. Marta. Draws came against RB Leipzig. Marta with the ball in. Bernard meters it and good back header to give Keylor Navas a chance to grab it. Bissaka won that aerial battle. Poulsen has scored for RB Leipzig against Basakir, and now that puts Paris Saint-Germain in second, I think, for now. I'm sure having a bit of Di Maria there. Fred. What must Angel Di Maria must be thinking? Left after a rather public falling out under Louis van Gaal. Now Manchester United went on to be the champions of Europe a few years later. Di Maria has obviously won League One in France already. On the pinnacle stage, it was Manchester United who triumphed that night. Here's Icardi. Neil. Moratti. Paris Saint-Germain keeping the ball well here. It's possessed by Phil Jones. 2 minutes of added on time. Ball by Wan-Bissaka. So it's currently 1-1 between Basakir and RB Leipzig. And that puts Paris Saint-Germain in the driver's seat for second, I believe. Only by goal difference, if I'm correct. Here's Igalo. And here's Marta! And of course, if Paris Saint-Germain are to lose here, and Basakir don't have to do anything. And, well, Paris Saint-Germain took the lead. But Manchester United have been growing in confidence throughout the match. And that man, Anthony Martial, has preserved Coach Popovich's undefeated record. And it looks like staying that way. Paris Saint-Germain 1, Manchester United 1. It's a must-win game for Paris Saint-Germain, with RB Leipzig and Basakir drawing at the moment. Martial to Igalo. McTominay. Full credit to Coach Popovich. He didn't come out tonight to lose this match. Odin Igalo. Oh, he has to score. So many times Igalo has been in that position and hasn't scored. Early shuffling a deck for Gregg Popovich. Double substitution. Juan Mata is making way for Bruno Fernandes to come on. And Odin Igalo makes way for Marcus Rashford. As Odin Igalo's time at Manchester United is coming to an end shortly. Every game could be his last. Whips it in. Headed away by Luke Shaw. And wonderfully kept by Martial as well. Luke Shaw with another piece of phenomenal play to add to his ever-growing collection this season. Rashford. Shaw tries to overlap and Rashford tries to find it, but Kimpembe is a brick wall. Oh, Rashford stole it. And here's Fernandes. Through 2-1. And it puts PSG in trouble. And Bruno Fernandes. Another marquee substitution from Gregg Popovich. And Paris Saint-Germain, it just isn't going right. And now they're in trouble. Rashford easily getting the ball off Kimpembe, who's had a bit of a torrid night. And Bruno Fernandes, when he gets it, result inevitable. And Bruno Fernandes has made it 2-1 to Manchester United as they continue to mount more misery on Paris Saint-Germain. It's only second goal in the Champions League, but it's just been such a team effort from Manchester United that single performances don't really count. And Bruno Fernandes has given Manchester United the lead, and the record looks to be going on for Coach Popovich. There's just nothing that anyone can do to stop his teams at the moment. Finds Fernandes. Kimpembe gets it. And now Kimpembe finds Neymar. Neymar is in the box. What is he doing? And once again, Neymar lets his team down. What was that? Why did Neymar just put it in like Neymar does? That's such a terrible shot by Neymar. It's very high standards. And he might have just put his team into some even more trouble here. Because should Bazakir get a result against RB Leipzig, they could be in trouble. Paris Saint-Germain. Verratti to Moise Kean. That's better. That's better. Moise Kean shows him how it's done. 2-0. And the pendulum has swung back to Paris Saint-Germain. And Sergio Romero having a great night here. It's a killer pass by Kimpembe, to be fair, to find Kean. Jones probably should do better. Well, the man who had such a torrid time at Everton being subbed as a substitute may have come back to haunt Manchester United, only a little bit, of course. The record is still preserved. But Moise Kean has made it a bit of a more comfortable situation for Paris Saint-Germain, depending on what's happening in Bazakir, of course. Paris Saint-Germain 2, Manchester United 2. Bit of a classic here. It's much more of a fight from Paris Saint-Germain than there was in the first game. They got thumped by 4-0. I want to keep it at this end, Manchester United. Sure. And that's exactly what they plan to do. Sure. He's found Rashford. And the referee is... he's pointing to the spot, I think. Oh, no way. Oh, handball by Big Kimpembe. Yes. Penalty to Manchester United. And here is Bruno Fernandes once again at the end of the game. Late drama, just like it was 2 seasons ago. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, and he's put it in. 3-2 to Manchester United in another bit of late drama. Bruno Fernandes seems to have finally shook off his bad luck from the penalty spot, and that's put Paris Saint-Germain in a whole heap of trouble. Oh, and Keylor Navas is so unfortunate. He does everything right, but the ball goes over him. Perfectly placed by Bruno Fernandes. And once again, Kimpembe is involved in handball penalty drama, and Bruno Fernandes may just have knocked Paris Saint-Germain out at the first hurdle, and that's it. So, what is the score at Batakir in Turkey then, to tell us what is going on with Paris Saint-Germain? Could we have lost them in the final seconds of the game for a penalty given away by Kimpembe, just like it was 2 seasons ago? Bruno Fernandes wasn't even playing for United then, but the result has ended up being the same. We wait for news from Turkey. Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League are hanging by a thread. Paris Saint-Germain 2, Manchester United 3. They just can't get one over United recently, that's for sure. Let's take a look at the final day of the group stage results and what that means for who's going through and who's dropping to the Europa League for the final 32. And Paris Saint-Germain have scraped through with the skin of their teeth because RB Leipzig got a late goal in Turkey, and that means Paris Saint-Germain, despite losing by a late penalty, have just about got through and pretty much saved and pretty much embarrassment. But Manchester United thoroughly dominant at the top with 16 points. But will we see them face off again? I wouldn't bet against it. In Group B, Real Madrid and Inter Milan have already settled matters. Real Madrid beating Shakhtar Donetsk by 5-0. And Mönchengladbach got the win against Inter Milan in the end, but it was too little too late, and Madrid and Inter will go through. Manchester City and Marseille, it's all settled in Group C. Marseille had a goal draw against Olympiacos, but that was enough just to send them through to the final 16. In Group D, it was all but settled. Liverpool and Ajax go through, and on the night, the champions beat Ajax by 2-1 and won the group as a result. Midtjylland only having the 1 point, they lost 3-0 to Atlanta. Sevilla and Chelsea already had Group D's spots sealed, but Sevilla beat Frank Lampard's side on the night to make it 16 out of 18 points at the top, and Lewin Sport and Rennes played for pride, and Rennes got the 2-1 win. In Group F, Lazio and Dortmund were a long way in front, and on the night, Lazio and Dortmund played each other to a 2-2 draw, meaning Lazio took the honours, where Club Brugge beat Hoffenheim by 2-1. In Group G, it was Juventus and Barcelona playing for the top spot, and Juventus took it by 3-1 on that night. Dynamo Kiev also beat Galatasaray by 1-0. And finally, in Group H, there were no points at all for Lucrative Moscow as they lost to RB Salzburg on the night. Bayern Munich and Atletico Madrid fought to win the group, and Bayern Munich did so, winning by 2-0. So going into the Europa League then, Roma and BFC Young Boys progressed through Group A, and on that night, Young Boys actually lost to Roma by 1-0, and Pilsen beat and Cluj played each other to a 1-1 draw. In Group B, Arsenal were thoroughly dominant, winning 4 and drawing 2 without a loss in the group stage. A thumping display by Mikel Arteta in the Europa League, at least. It seems to be his speciality. VN will also join them as they really put a number for the number 2 spot ahead of Moldal, the former club of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Duntorg. Actually, I think Solskjaer is actually still managing there because, of course, Solskjaer was among the names to replace Popovich, but then the U-turn happened, so I'm assuming he's still there. Leverkusen, absolutely thumped everyone in Group C to a degree. They did lose one match, though, but won it by 2 points ahead of Nice. Pereira only had 7, and Tondela didn't score a single point. In Group D, Benfica and Standard Liège progressed ahead of Rangers of all teams, and Lech Poznan got a point. But what a bad result that is for Steven Gerrard and his Rangers team. PSV and Granada qualified through Group E ahead of Polk and Czechoslovakia. In Group F, Real Sociedad and Napoli went through. It was a bit tight-knit for a while. but Napoli got those 2 points extra. Real Sociedad absolutely thumping everybody, only losing them once. Leicester City's time in the Europa League has been spectacular under Brendan Rodgers, with a loss and a draw, but still won Group G ahead of Athens, but Braga and Helsinki a bit of a ways behind. In Group H, it really was Milan's team group to lose, and they didn't lose it. 15 out of 18 points. LOSC, that's Leo, I believe, progressing through as well, ahead of Ferrara and Celtic, so both Scottish clubs doing rather poorly in their groups, to be fair. Group I was a split between Villarreal and Sisaspor, but Villarreal got it on virtue of... I'm not sure what they got it on virtue of, actually. Their goal difference is worse. Such weird ways of deciding these tables over the last couple of years, I noticed. Jose Mourinho has had no such problems in the Europa League, winning Group J rather comfortably ahead of Lansk, Lizet and Antwerp. Group K, headed by Moscow, it was pretty tight-nick, actually. Wolfsburg progressed through past final to Dynamo Zagreb. And finally, in Group L, Hoffenheim took almost the full points, just dropping 2 points early in the competition. Ghent go through on... I'm not even going to try and decipher what Ghent go through on, but they do go through anyway. Elzasspor and Synchrades have their time in Europe over.